These powerful words of Osho will inspire you to live with love, courage, and awareness. Listen with your heart, not just your ears. Life begins where fear ends. Love is not about possession. Love is about appreciation. Meditation is the discovery that the point is always to be here and now. Courage is a love affair with the unknown. Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. Don't move the way fear makes you move. Move the way love makes you move. Creativity is the greatest rebellion in existence. Be, don't try to become. The greatest fear in the world is the opinion of others. And the moment you are unafraid of the crowd, you become a lion. Respect life, revere life. There is nothing more holy than life itself. Don't carry yesterday on your shoulders. The moment you accept yourself, you become beautiful. Life is a balance between rest and movement. To be creative means to be in love with life. Drop the idea of becoming someone, because you are already a masterpiece. Don't try to understand life. Live it. A man becomes a Buddha the moment he accepts all that life brings with gratitude. Experience life in all possible ways, good, bad, bittersweet, light, dark. Experience all the dualities. Friendship is the purest love. Be ordinary, but bring a quality of awareness to your ordinariness. Then even ordinariness becomes extraordinary. Be the person you are. Never try to be another, and you will become mature. Life has to be lived in terms of love. That is its only definition. In love, drop the idea of possession. You are not losing anything, you are gaining infinity. Wherever you are, just be there totally. The real question is not whether life exists after death. The real question is whether you are alive before death. You don't have to go anywhere. Just sit still, close your eyes, and watch. Happiness happens when you fit with your life, when you fit so harmoniously that whatsoever is good. Celebrate life in its totality. Be playful, be childlike. Love is the goal, life is the journey. Truth is not something outside to be discovered, it is inside to be realized. The greatest courage in life is to be yourself. Rejoice in life as it is. The mind is a beautiful servant, but a dangerous master. You exist in time, but you belong to eternity. The past is no more and the future is not yet. Both are unnecessary burdens. Be less of a judge and you will be surprised that when you become a witness, you have become a meditator. To be alone is the ultimate love. All that is needed is already within you. Wisdom is not something learned, it is something remembered. A certain darkness is essential for the light to be seen. If you love a flower, don't pick it up. Because if you pick it up, it dies and it ceases to be what you love. A loving person lives in a loving world. A hostile person lives in a hostile world. Everyone you meet is your mirror. Don't seek perfection in others, it doesn't exist. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your being. Remember, you are not accidental. Existence needs you. Don't fight with life. Flow with it. Innocence is the fragrance of meditation. Real education is learning to love life. Be open to the winds of existence, don't be closed. Drop comparison and you will be free. Love is the bridge between you and everything. When ambition disappears, joy appears. A relaxed person lives fully and dies fully. Don't postpone life. Live it today, now. If you love a flower, don't pick it up. Because if you pick it up it dies and it ceases to be what you love. So if you love a flower, let it be. Love is not about possession. Love is about appreciation. Experience life in all possible ways. Good, bad, bittersweet, dark, light, summer, winter. Experience all the dualities. Don't be afraid of experience, because the more experience you have, the more mature you become. To be creative means to be in love with life. You can be creative only if you love life enough that you want to enhance its beauty. You want to bring a little more music to it, a little more poetry to it, a little more dance to it. Sadness gives depth. Happiness gives height. Sadness gives roots. Happiness gives branches. Happiness is like a tree going into the sky, and sadness is like the roots going down into the womb of the earth. Both are needed, and the higher a tree goes, the deeper it goes, simultaneously. The bigger the tree, the bigger will be its roots. In fact, it is always in proportion. That's its balance. Friendship is the purest love. It is the highest form of love where nothing is asked for, no condition, where one simply enjoys giving. I'm simply saying that there is a way to be sane. I'm saying that you can get rid of all this insanity created by the past in you, just by being a simple witness of your thought processes. It is simply sitting silently, witnessing the thoughts, passing before you. Just witnessing, not interfering, not even judging. Because the moment you judge, you have lost the pure witness. The moment you say, this is good, this is bad, you have already jumped onto the thought process. It takes a little time to create a gap between the witness and the mind. Once the gap is there, you are in for a great surprise, that you are not the mind, that you are the witness, a watcher. And this process of watching is the very alchemy of real religion. Because as you become more and more deeply rooted in witnessing, thoughts start disappearing. You are, but the mind is utterly empty. That's the moment of enlightenment. That is the moment that you become for the first time an unconditioned, sane, really free human being. One thing, you have to walk, and create the way by your walking. You will not find a ready-made path. It is not so cheap to reach to the ultimate realization of truth. You will have to create the path by walking yourself. The path is not ready-made, lying there and waiting for you. It is just like the sky. The birds fly, but they don't leave any footprints. You cannot follow them. There are no footprints left behind. Listen to your being. It is continuously giving you hints. It is a still, small voice. It does not shout at you. That is true. And if you are a little silent, you will start feeling your way. Be the person you are. Never try to be another, and you will become mature. Maturity is accepting the responsibility of being oneself, whatsoever the cost. Risking all to be oneself. That's what maturity is all about. Drop the idea of becoming someone, because you are already a masterpiece. You cannot be improved. You have only to come to it, to know it, to realize it. Each person comes into this world with a specific destiny. He has something to fulfill. Some message has to be delivered. Some work has to be completed. You are not here accidentally, you are here meaningfully. There is a purpose behind you. The whole intends to do something through you. Falling in love, you remain a child. Rising in love, you mature. By and by, love becomes not a relationship. It becomes a state of your being. Not that you are in love. Now you are love. The capacity to be alone is the capacity to love. It may look paradoxical to you, but it's not. It is an existential truth. Only those people who are capable of being alone are capable of love, of sharing, of going into the deepest core of another person without possessing the other, without becoming dependent on the other, without reducing the other to a thing, and without becoming addicted to the other. They allow the other absolute freedom, because they know that if the other leaves, they will be as happy as they are now. Their happiness cannot be taken by the other, because it is not given by the other. Nobody can say anything about you. Whatsoever people say is about themselves. But you become very shaky, because you are still clinging to a false center. That false center depends on others, so you are always looking to what people are saying about you. And you are always following other people. You are always trying to satisfy them. You are always trying to be respectable. You are always trying to decorate your ego. This is suicidal. Rather than being disturbed by what others say, you should start looking inside yourself. Whenever you are self-conscious, you are simply showing that you are not conscious of the self at all. You don't know who you are. If you had known, then there would have been no problem. Then you are not seeking opinions. Then you are not worried what others say about you. It is irrelevant. When you are self-conscious, you are in trouble. When you are self-conscious, you are really showing symptoms that you don't know who you are. Your very self-consciousness indicates that you have not come home yet. Truth is not something outside to be discovered. It is something inside to be realized. You feel good, you feel bad, and these feelings are bubbling from your own unconsciousness, from your own past. Nobody is responsible except you. Nobody can make you angry, and nobody can make you happy. Creativity is the greatest rebellion in existence. Intelligence is dangerous. Intelligence means you will start thinking on your own. You will start looking around on your own. You will not believe in the scriptures. You will believe only in your own experience. The less people know, the more stubbornly they know it. Take hold of your own life. See that the whole existence is celebrating. These trees are not serious. These birds are not serious. The rivers and the oceans are wild. And everywhere there is fun. Everywhere there is joy and delight. Watch existence. Listen to the existence and become part of it. I love this world because it is imperfect. It is imperfect, and that's why it is growing. If it was perfect, it would have been dead. Growth is possible only if there is imperfection. I would like you to remember again and again, I am imperfect, the whole universe is imperfect, and to love this imperfection, to rejoice in this imperfection is my whole message. That is the simple secret of happiness. Whatever you are doing, don't let past move your mind. Don't let future disturb you. Because the past is no more, and the future is not yet. To live in the memories, to live in the imagination, is to live in the non-existential. And when you are living in the non-existential, you are missing that which is existential. Naturally you will be miserable, because you will miss your whole life. With me, illusions are bound to be shattered. I am here to shatter all illusions. Yes, it will irritate you, it will annoy you, that's my way of functioning and working. I will sabotage you from your very roots. Unless you are totally destroyed as a mind, there is no hope for you. The moment a child is born, the mother is also born. She never existed before. The woman existed, but the mother, never. A mother is something absolutely new. And so in you the child your mother lives on and through your family continues to live. So at this time look after yourself and your family as you would your mother, for through you all she will truly never die. Millions of people are suffering. They want to be loved but they don't know how to love. And love cannot exist as a monologue. It is a dialogue, a very harmonious dialogue. My meditation is simple. It does not require any complex practices. It is simple. It is singing. It is dancing. It is sitting silently. Many people have come and left, and it has been always good because they emptied some space for better people. It is a strange experience, that those who have left me have always left places for a better quality of people. I have never been a loser. Love is the opposite of lust, respecting the other as an end unto himself or herself. When you love someone as an end unto himself, then there is no feeling of hurt. You become enriched through it. Love makes everybody rich. Love the person, but give the person total freedom. Love the person, but from the very beginning make it clear that you are not selling your freedom. So the second thing to remember is never to demand perfection. You have no right to demand anything from anybody. If somebody loves you, be thankful, but don't demand anything, because the other has no obligation to love you. Love is a spiritual phenomenon. Lust is physical. Ego is psychological. Love is spiritual. People think that they can love only when they find a worthy partner. Nonsense. You will never find one. People think they will love only when they find a perfect man or a perfect woman. Nonsense. You will never find them, because perfect women and perfect men don't exist. And if they exist, they won't bother about your love. They will not be interested. I have heard about a man who remained a bachelor his whole life because he was in search of a perfect woman. When he was 70, somebody asked, "You have been traveling and traveling, from New York to Kathmandu, from Kathmandu to Rome, from Rome to London you have been searching. Could you not find a perfect woman? Not even one." The old man became very sad. He said, "Yes, once I did. One day, long ago, I came across a perfect woman." The inquirer said, "Then what happened? Why didn't you get married?" Sadly, the old man said, "What to do? She was looking for a perfect man." You have to remember that freedom is the highest value, and if love is not giving you freedom, then it is not love. Freedom is a criterion. Anything that gives you freedom is right, and anything that destroys your freedom is wrong. If you can remember this small criterion, your life, slowly, will start settling on the right path about everything. Your relationships, your meditations, your creativity, whatever you are. Only those people who are capable of being alone are capable of love, of sharing, of going into the deepest core of the other person. Without possessing the other, without becoming dependent on the other, without reducing the other to a thing, and without becoming addicted to the other. They allow the other absolute freedom, because they know that if the other leaves, they will be as happy as they are now. Their happiness cannot be taken by the other, because it is not given by the other. Even if they can find a lover, they demand perfection, and the love is destroyed because of that demand. An alive and loving person simply loves. Love is a natural function. So the second thing to remember is, don't ask for perfection. Otherwise you will not find any love flowing in you. On the contrary, you will become unloving. People who demand perfection are very unloving people, neurotic. Even if they can find a lover, they demand perfection, and the love is destroyed because of that demand. Once a man loves a woman or a woman loves a man, demands immediately enter. The woman starts demanding that the man should be perfect, just because he loves her. As if he has committed a sin. Now he has to be perfect. Now he has to drop all his limitations. Suddenly, just because of this woman, now he cannot be human. Either he has to become superhuman or he has to become phony, false, a cheat. Naturally, to become superhuman is very difficult, so people become cheats. They start pretending and acting and playing games. In the name of love, people are just playing games. So the second thing to remember is never to demand perfection. You have no right to demand anything from anybody. If somebody loves you, be thankful, but don't demand anything, because the other has no obligation to love you. If somebody loves, it is a miracle. Be thrilled by the miracle. Become individuals, that's the first thing. The second thing is, don't expect perfection and don't ask and don't demand. Love ordinary people. Nothing is wrong with ordinary people. Ordinary people are extraordinary. Each human being is so unique. Have respect for that uniqueness. Third, give, and give without any condition. Then you will know what love is. I cannot define it. I can show you the path to grow it. I can show you how to put in a rosebush, how to water it, how to give fertilizers to it, how to protect it. Then one day, out of the blue, comes the rose, and your home is full of the fragrance. That's how love happens. And the third thing is, rather than thinking how to get love, start giving. If you give, you get. There is no other way. People are more interested in how to grab and get. Everybody is interested in getting and nobody seems to enjoy giving. People give very reluctantly. If ever they give only to get, and they are almost businesslike. It is a bargain. They always go on watching to make sure they get more than they give. Then it is a good bargain, good business. And the other is doing the same. Love is not a business, so stop being businesslike. Otherwise you will miss your life and love and all that is beautiful in it. Because all that is beautiful is not at all businesslike. Business is the ugliest thing in the world, a necessary evil, but existence knows nothing of business. Trees bloom, it is not a business. The stars shine, it is not a business and you don't have to pay for it and nobody demands anything from you. A bird comes and sits at your door and sings a song, and the bird will not ask you for a certificate or some sign of appreciation. He has sung the song and then happily he flies away, leaving no traces behind. And if you have loved a man or a woman, you will want to give the other person as much freedom as possible. If love cannot give freedom, then it is not love. How to start the journey. Start becoming more and more a witness. Whatever you do, do it with deep alertness. Then even small things become sacred. Then cooking or cleaning becomes sacred. They become worship. It is not a question of what you are doing. The question is how you are doing it. You can clean the floor like a robot, a mechanical thing. You have to clean it, so you clean it. Then you miss something beautiful. Then you waste those moments in only cleaning the floor. Cleaning the floor could have been a great experience and you missed it. The floor is clean now, but something that could have happened within you has not happened. If you had been aware, not only the floor but you would have felt a deep cleansing. Clean the floor full of awareness, luminous with awareness. Work or sit or walk, but one thing has to be a continuous thread. Make more and more moments of your life luminous with awareness. Let the candle of awareness burn in each moment, in each act. The cumulative effect is what enlightenment is. The cumulative effect, all the moments together, all small candles together, become a great source of light. So the second thing to remember is, never be in search of a perfect man or a perfect woman. That idea too has been put into your mind, that unless you find a perfect man or a perfect woman you will not be happy. So you go on looking for the perfect, and you don't find it, so you are unhappy. To flow and grow in love needs no perfection. Love has nothing to do with the other. A loving person simply loves, just as an alive person breathes and drinks and eats and sleeps. Exactly like that, a really alive person, a loving person, loves. You don't say, unless there is perfect air, unpolluted, I am not going to breathe. You go on breathing even in Los Angeles. You go on breathing in Mumbai. You go on breathing everywhere. Even when the air is polluted, poisoned. You go on breathing. You cannot afford not to breathe just because the air is not as it should be. If nobody loves anything more than freedom. Even love is secondary to freedom. Freedom is the highest value. Love can be sacrificed for freedom, but freedom cannot be sacrificed for love. Such nonsense ideas have settled in our heads. You have to do continuous cleaning. Whenever you see some nonsense in your head, clean it, throw it away. If you are clear and clean in the mind, you will be able to find solutions for every problem that arises in your life. From 35 to 42, a new step, a new door opens. If up to the age of 35 you have felt deep harmony, an orgasmic feeling, and you have discovered meditation through it, then from 35 to 42 you will help each other go more and more into that meditation without sex. Because at this point sex starts looking childish, juvenile. The age of 42 is the time when a person should be able to know exactly who he is. From 42 to 49 he goes deeper and deeper into meditation, more and more into himself, and helps the partner in the same way. The partners become friends. There is no more husband and no more wife. That time has passed. It has given its richness to your life. Now there is something growing that is even higher than love. That is friendliness, a compassionate relationship to help the other to go deeper into himself or herself, to become more independent, to become more alone, just like two tall trees standing separate but still close to each other, or two pillars in a temple supporting the same roof, standing so close, but also so separate and independent and alone. All lovers are in trouble. The trouble is not personal. It is in the very nature of things. They would not have been. Inside yourself, try to see it. The other is never responsible. Remember that as a mantra. The other is never responsible. No tiens derecho a exigere nada anadi. Si alguien te ama, si te agradecido, pero no la exiges nada. Porque la otra persona no tiene la obligación de amarte. Si alguien te ama, es un milagro. Si te emocionado por es milagro. 70 is the natural lifespan for human beings. And if things move in this natural course, then one dies with tremendous joy, with great ecstasy, feeling immensely blessed that life has not been meaningless, that at least one has found his home. And because of this richness, this fulfillment, one is capable of blessing the whole of existence. Just to be near such a person at the time of death is a great opportunity. You will feel, as the person leaves the body, as if some invisible flowers are falling upon you. Although you cannot see them, you can feel them. It is sheer joy, so pure that even to have a little taste of it is enough to transform your whole life. From 49 to 56, this aloneness becomes your focus of being. Everything else in the world loses meaning. The only remaining meaningful thing is this aloneness. From 56 to 63 you become absolutely what you are going to become. The potential blossoms, and from 63 to 70 you start getting ready to drop the body. Now you know you are not the body. You know you are not the mind either. The body was known as separate from you somewhere around the time when you were 35. That the mind is separate from you was known near the time when you were 49. Now, everything else drops except the witnessing self. Just the pure awareness, the flame of awareness remains with you, and this is the preparation for death. You can have plastic flowers. That's what people have. Marriage, their family, their children, their relatives, everything is plastic. Interested in a small, close circle around her, in the neighbors, in the family, in who is cheating on his wife, whose wife has fallen in love with the chauffeur. Her interest is local and human. She is not worried about reincarnation. Neither is she concerned about life after death. The feminine concerns are more pragmatic, more concerned with the present, with the here and now. A man is never here and now. The way the male mind looks at the world is different from the female mind. For example, the male mind is interested in faraway things, in the future of humanity, in the faraway stars, whether there are living beings on other planets or not. A feminine mind simply giggles at the whole nonsense. She is only. That's why it is called falling in. You are no longer the controller, you simply fall in. That's why people who are very head-oriented will say love is blind. Poetry is needed, but for poetry you need surrender. You need to throw off this ego. If you can do it, if you can put it aside even for a few moments, your life will have glimpses of the beautiful, of the divine. Without poetry you cannot really live, you can only exist. Love is poetry. And if love is not possible, how can you be prayerful, meditative, aware? It becomes almost impossible. And without a meditative awareness, you will remain just a body. You will never become aware of the innermost soul. Only in prayerfulness, in a deep meditation and silence do you reach the peaks. That prayerful silence, that meditative awareness is the highest peak of experience, but love opens the door. Carl Gustav Jung, after a lifetime of studying thousands of people, thousands of cases of people who were ill, psychologically crippled, psychologically confused, said that he had never come across a psychologically ill person whose real problem after the 40th year is not spiritual. There is a rhythm in life, and in your 40s a new dimension arises, the spiritual dimension. If you cannot tackle it rightly, if you don't know what to do, you will become ill, you will become restless. The whole of human growth is a continuity. If you miss one step, it becomes discontinuous. The Solo en un entorno de amor crece el amor. Necesita la misma vibración a su alrededor.